Do what I say though. I'm having them racky them pesos. My don't go, she don't play though. Pour 8 in a Fago. Slime go shoot like he KD. Diamonds dripping in HD. 4K and fish.
Yes, obviously we see you working in the studio. You know, you can do 24 hours in there, man. As long as you get, you know what I mean, a little bit of food. You know what I mean. You got your goods, and you good to go.
Yeah, we just had a barbecue, man. They threw dogs, sausage, burgers, steaks, macaroni, salad, corn on the cob. They did the whole thing. So we had the barbecue outside of the studio while we was working.
Oh, okay,
you know, we smoking, working, eating.
Good energy, good vibes.
Yeah, just enjoying the vibes, man.
Other than that, are we gonna get a new tape by the end of the year? Or is that the plan, or you just?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I plan on.
Yeah, see the smile.
Yeah, I plan on dropping this tape on the 29th.
Okay. So, rather sooner than later. How difficult is it to pick what makes the cut though? I know you got songs for days, and it's like, all right, this can make it, but you know what? This song is gonna edge it. This one probably can go somewhere else. Like, how difficult it is for you to actually sit there and pick, like, if you got 12 tracks on it, like, all right, these 12 make the cut.
It's difficult for me because I make a lot of music, so I be having a lot of records, and I'm one of them artists that do a bunch of different records in different directions. So a lot of artists, when they make music, it's similar. Like, a lot of the songs sound the same and in the same direction, same topic. So it'd be easier to pick which ones is the best of a bunch of songs that sound alike. But it's more difficult to pick when you're doing songs in a bunch of different directions, a bunch of different beats per minute, a bunch of different flows, trying to attack different people in your fan base. Like, I've been around a long time, so it could be certain people that's fans of mine that could be 50 or 55. You know what I'm saying? And their lifestyle or what they interested in is going to be completely different than somebody that's a fan of me that's 12. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, how can you talk to somebody that's 55 and try to talk to somebody that's 15? You know what I'm saying? It's like...
To connect that, okay.
And I try to do that with my music, so that's why it's difficult to pick. It's like, who is it for? What, like,
or the audience.
But I try to make good music in all different directions, so I make sure that all my records is dope. You know what I mean? For a certain reason. You know what I mean? And then a lot to do with making the song dope. Got other shit to do than with me, like who produced the record.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes how the record is mixed or organized, like a lot of shit play a part in
the vibe in the studio and things like that.
I guess for certain artists, not with me though.
Okay.
It don't matter. Like, I could be by myself in a room, in my car, just sitting there by myself. I could be in the stew by myself or with 100 niggas. Gotcha. Like, it don't matter.
Gotcha.
I've been doing this for so long and been in so many predicaments and conditions in the studio that nothing don't really affect me. So now I'm in a position to get it like how I like it. You know what I'm saying? I can make it like how I feel at the time, however I want it to be. I can make it like that now.
Yeah.
But if it's not like how I want it, I still could work.
It's funny how you say that. You've been in a whole bunch of different conditions and predicaments. On Drink Champs and on My Expert Opinion, they was talking about the old Def Jam days at the building, and Rockefeller was there, Murder Inc. was there, but they said a whole bunch of things is going on. You can go buy weed, there was strippers, you know, dudes was fucking, there's a whole bunch of things going on, and, you know, people are still making music on top of that, so you had to still be focused.
For sure.
How hard was that to keep all those distractions out?
I mean, it's difficult for some people, but for some people, they can make it look easy. So it just depends on who you is.
Who you is.
When I used to be in them, I mean, you know, times change. So now people got studios in the house. Like, everybody got smaller versions of studios. So that means studios don't be as packed, and the main people making music ain't in one studio like how they used to be. So the same energy ain't like how it was back in the day when people was creating in the studio. But I was in the studio back in the day when the energy was different.
Yeah.
And I'm in the studio now,
Yeah.
so I know how it is. And you could get distracted now and then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It just depends on where your focus at.
And I was just about to say, you got to have good focus, though. If all that stuff's going on back in the day, you can still go in there like, nah, I came to work. Y'all, you know, y'all do whatever y'all want. You know what I mean? I have my fun afterwards or whatever the case is. I came to, you know what I mean? I'm in the zone.
For sure.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, we used to be in the studio. Sometimes you got to take a little break. I be in there for consistently, like, you know what I mean? So we take a break. We might play some casino or shoot some dice or,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Have a boxing match. Niggas start fighting or, like,
That's crazy.
niggas start busting on each other or niggas start telling some stories. Or, like,
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? You have little breaks and then you get right
Just
back
to
to
get your
creating.
brain and rest again. Okay.
Yeah.
Then just go right. Okay.
For sure.
Oh, man. So what kind of music are we listening to now? I know DJ Khaled just dropped his album. Everyone's going crazy over the Jay-Z verse. I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay, what are your thoughts on it?
I'm a Jay-Z fan, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, for him to be like a veteran, got a lot of other businesses and shit going on in his life.
Yeah.
And then to be able to still be, you know what I mean, talking that talk and impressing a large amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if you think it's a dope verse or you don't like it, it's like it's a bunch of people in the world that's impressed
Yeah.
at his age and after all of the work that he done already put in. So it's dope to see that, you know what I mean? It's inspiration. He always been like an inspiration to me, inspired me.
That's real.
Before I even thought about getting a deal, because I seen him on, I seen him in videos, I seen him talking that talk before I was even on. I seen him start putting niggas on from my city, like Beans and, you know what I mean, Free and Petey and Chris and me, like those dudes from my city, and he was responsible for them getting light. So he always was like an inspiration to me. So to see him still talking that talk is motivation for me to just stay on my job.
Yeah. And you just mentioned earlier too about, like, you know, rhyming about different things and of that nature. Jay-Z recently said the most things he was impressed about is he rapped that long, but it was all facts. Like, you know, he wasn't up there lying and things like that. And he said he took pride in that. So,
I mean, yeah, I'm sure a lot of rappers feel like when they rap it be all facts. It is hard for a person that's not in their life or really been around what they talking about to say if it's facts or not. You could try to do your research and try to, like, you know, decide if you think it's facts.
I see what you're saying.
But you don't really know if it's facts or not. But you know what I mean? This shit not really about whether it's facts or not. Because if that was the case, the hottest rappers wouldn't be the hottest rappers. And the rappers that's like not in the best position, some of them would be a lot higher if it was about what's facts or not. Like, a lot of these new rappers is telling facts. Like, I mean, they getting in situations, they spinning the block, you know what I mean? They, like, you know what I'm saying? They letting that shit off and then they rapping about it right afterwards. Like, going live talking about, man, I don't give a fuck about this, and they talking about it right away. And then they getting RICO cases and going to jail and all that. So is it about being real, or it's entertainment, man? You know what I'm saying? It got to be based on a true story. It definitely got to be based on the shit that we see in the streets.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily got to be always true, like when you rap. Because you could be the most truthful and still trash with putting raps together.
Okay.
Like, you might not be dope at rapping. Like, you might not be good at putting words together, metaphor, simile, saying dope shit, but you just telling the truth. And you got a dope life story. Like, shit that you been through is like some real shit. And you telling all real shit, but you can't rap. So it's like you truthful, but and then another nigga, he telling all lies, but the nigga dope. He got a bunch of metaphors. He can scheme. He got a crazy vocabulary, and he can act, so he can really make you think that he telling the truth, even though he not. So what you more entertained by? You know what I mean? And
that's a good point. And how you feel about the Atlanta, the district attorney? She's
yo, the majority, and not just the rappers, but I was just thinking about this, like, you know, niggas be falling in love, like it could be like periods of their life, like whether it's 5, 10, 20 years of your life could be dedicated to certain artists, like R. Kelly. right? Everybody love his music. Like, even though they trying to ban him and trying to take him, he just wrote so much shit.
So much classic.
And then so much, like, you can't get away from him.
Yeah.
But now, since you know that he, like, supposed to have been doing this and doing that, you seen the tape, and now he in jail, and all of this come to light, and you hear these songs, you start looking at these songs different when you hear the lyrics. You like, hold up, was he saying this? Oh my God, yo, you hear what he's saying? And your whole childhood you was singing it though.
You know
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, with this truthful shit, would you want him to be true and just like, yo, I like little girls or like this? Or would you want him to say how he did it?
Like, he did it, yeah.
And then it's not just him though. That's just one example of somebody that's just, you know, their situation is to the public.
Yeah.
But a lot of these niggas that's running around claiming to be the biggest niggas in the game and claiming to be famous and doing all this, they just as worse. Like, if they don't do what R. Kelly do, they do a lot of other shit that you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you want them to tell the truth too? Because if they tell the truth, you won't have nobody you like. Like, it won't really be no real artist to like if niggas was really telling the truth about how they is.
Yeah, we just saw Ari Spears and Tiffany Haddish. They got caught up in some other. I mean, the world.
It's crazy out here. So I was like, man, I guess it's all about just being entertained at the time.
Okay.
Because I feel like I've been talking the truth. Like, I've been prophesizing, predicting stuff to happen. I done did records. Whether it's 5, 10, 15 years before stuff done happened and it really happened. I done did diss songs and told niggas what's gonna happen in their career, and you done seen everything I see happen to them. You done seen me like talking the truth about my life, cases I done fought, situations I done been through, situations I done had with record labels and people in the industry, and I've been talking about all of this shit forever.
Yes, you have.
But what difference do it make that that's true? Like, it ain't like, you know what I'm saying?
Falls on deaf ears, kind of.
And what difference do it make if you exaggerate or you say shit that ain't like, and you prophesize and you talking about the future and it don't exist yet? Does that make it not dope? Because that's what the world is about, like our imagination. Like, once we see it in our mind and we imagine it, then it exists.
It exists, yeah.
So what is really fake? Even if it's on some fake shit, like, you ain't really do it, you see it. You see yourself doing it, or you see somebody else doing it, so it is real. Something real about what you saying.
Hip hop is real.